You're talking business, terms of business?
Business.
Okay.
Definitely business.
All right.
And emotions are running, I feel like they're very taut with you as you move into the second month. There are some surprises. There are some nice things. I feel as though that there's news of a death through a person at work. You may find them suddenly crying or suddenly startled or something like that. No particular date having to do with that month stands out. It's high impact, and the emotions are either very chilled or very cold, or they're right up there. It's, there's no bland type. But 92 between February and September in regard to romance is there's sharpness here.
Sharpness.
Yeah. And that falls in the house of what's not expected, so it could be yourself and it could be somebody else. Okay. That is the best love card in the deck, so there's that element. There are a lot of spades today. This is the death of a relationship or a marriage. I'm not talking about a young person, and the male is not the type of person who can say it to a person. He has to write it. If he writes it before he leaves. Just almost as if he's there 1 minute and gone the next. And so there's a lot of stress that has to do with emotions, okay? In your wish house, it's a time for you to talk things over with family or friends. It should be very popular. Right now you should be doing that, okay? They should be listening to you or paying attention to you between March and June. Then it'll happen again, but really toward the end of the year, we're going to have to get into the 1st of November before it'll happen again. I'm sure that whatever you come in with today, whatever your concerns are, you're looking at it rather bleak. You're hoping, however, for success. All right? And this is a success card, but there's an awful lot of worry in regard to it. Now, date-wise, I guess I would have to be dealing with April, the first week in April, so it should be something that's coming right up, okay? Not anything that's down the road. You have somebody who's thinking about you, and I want to go back to a time ago when you traveled with this person together on a fun time, on a holiday. And you were both long distance, and it's like the movie A Night to Remember, or that title, okay? And so they're thinking of you, and they have been thinking of you. I get a Taurian around this, somebody born under the sign of Taurus. Oh, yes.
I do. The only one I can think of is my son. He's a Taurus. Someone born in May. Huh?
Unless that's the time that you went. And is it because we're coming up on May? But it would be the first part, or before the 20th of May. So look at it in two different directions. 510, 510. So where it shows up twice, yes, you
there it is.
do.
No doubt about it.
I don't argue. Do you have any travel plans?
No, not big ones. My husband does.
Okay. You have success, though, coming in May. So maybe then you're going to start laying some travel plans. But I would be talking long distance.
Long distance travel.
I almost feel as though that I'm talking about different money, not American money. Mexico, Cuba, or any of the islands or something, yeah. Or even Canada has different money.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just thinking of Canada.
Mm-hmm.
That's possible. Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Have you got a lady around you that's in her 70s?
Oh, dear.
Health-wise? If you do, her health will get better, but it won't get well.
Oh, goodness. I work in a nursing home.
Oh, God. Okay.
Oh, God. In the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure I do.
Yeah, she's of a different background than you or I. Okay. So if she, and what I mean by this, she can still be naturalized, but like an Italian, but she would have been born in Italy if that's the case, and then migrated here.
Mm-hmm.
Not her parents migrated here and then had her.
Okay.
And it could be Greek. I feel
There
like she had.
There is a Greek woman there. I haven't actually met her, but I know her daughter.
I feel a real bright-eyed person. The eyes are very, very bright, even though, you know, it's an older person.
I'll look for her. I know there is a Greek woman there.
Do you have a freeze on anything? Is there anybody who has a freeze on monies in regard to, I need more help? Help, I think, not supplies. I need more help, but there's a freeze.
Well, that could concern me right now. I'm supposed to have a secretary, and that hasn't come about yet, and I'm getting all these supplies in, and need to go through them myself when I really would like to have another person who could do that. Yeah. Do you see it happening? Is it coming?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Maybe that's what's happening in May.
Yeah.
Oh.
It could be.
Good.
Okay, questions, my dear.
Oh, boy. Lots of changes coming. That, you know, just changes in the fact that our kids are growing up and all that. So, kind of thinking differently about where we are, where we're going, that kind of thing.
These two good ones? And you'll be successful. These are two that are not so good, so they sort of cancel each other out.
Back and forth, huh?
But this has to do with not yourself, someone else, and you're saying, well, what can I do then? You know what I mean? That's the way they want it. It's like going after ice cream. What kind do you want? You really want coffee. Well, get anything but coffee. Okay.
Okay. Do you see a move in there anywhere?
I'm not picking it up right yet. We probably will with your deck, but I'm not picking it up right now.
Do you see an extension of what I'm doing for work right now?
Your work card is where some of the conflict comes in, okay? And it's, you make the best of it, okay? But there's a sharpness here in regard to it. I feel like somebody is sort of holding you down.
I don't know who that would be, except the federal government, maybe. It's a grant, federal grant, and I just feel like grants move so slowly for what I'm trying to do, and then they're gone before you really get established. So that's the frustration of it, is the slowness of it, and the lack of response of people out there who need to move faster.
Right. Oh, you won't get them to move any faster than they want to. People are way too selfish. Take a deck of cards and shuffle them. And they are, too.
Yeah. Make it pretty hard, I think. When you see, like, you have a whole picture up here and you want to get there, but you're given a certain amount of money and a certain amount of time to do it. And you really need a lot of cooperation along the way to make it happen. And
how long have you been doing it?
Since January.
Well, I did it for 12 years.
Did you? Frustrating.
So I know what it's like.
Yeah.
And then you want to have a man like George Bush
Yeah.
tell you that it's not necessary anymore.
Mm-hmm. What you did? What? Upward bound.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always uncertain.
So you send in the proposal and you have to have it there by a certain time, so you're all excited.
Mm-hmm.
And then you sit and wait. And nobody will give you any information. I don't care if you call. Don't you find that?
Yeah.
You call and nobody knows anything.
You can ask for extensions and all this stuff, and you can get them excited on the phone. From what I understand, I'm not doing the calling either.
Yeah.
And it sounds like a sure thing, and then you never hear a thing.
That's right.
So you're left in limbo. So it is. That's the frustration of it. The excitement is being able to do these things.
You see, they don't have the money because they're putting people in outer space.
Yeah. All these other things that are going on. It's ridiculous.
And
I'm so discouraged with the whole national situation right now. I'm not even. I don't know who to vote for. I really don't. I don't think there's anybody out there who has the character or the intelligence to do what's supposed to be done.
Okay.
And I don't like it. And I just don't know. I don't know where it's going to go. Mm-hmm. And one more bad president is going to ruin this country. I'm convinced of that.
Yeah.
I really don't see any hope. It's scary to me. So, okay, now what?
Cut them in 3 files.
Okay, hand them to you like that.
This way.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow. There's an automobile accident coming up. Whoever the person is, they are young people.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll be all right, but there is one coming up.
Bad time of year for that kind of thing.
Yeah. 4-9. 4-9. And then, of course, we look at the 19th. So it's between the 9th and the 19th, probably having to do with April.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with your husband?
Talking about retiring very young, which has me concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Also doing some traveling.
Why is he going to retire? Is he afraid he's going to die?
This is with the phone company. And right now they're just encouraging so many people who've been there a long time to retire, and they keep sweetening the pot and saying, And I think this last strike just discouraged him so much with the phone company that he's saying, next time it comes around, if it sounds good, I may just do it. That kind of thing.
Well, he may too. Because he has, again, the word changes or differences.
Yeah, he definitely
Still
at a
his
crossroads.
options, though. Okay, it's not a forcing issue.
No.
At all.
But he's making some decisions there. I think. I feel that he is.
How old is he?
He's 40. Let's see. He's going to be 45.
Okay. If he stays intact, okay, I don't like his 48th year. Not health-wise. I'm talking in regard to the job type of a situation, okay? So, if that'll help him. Okay. He's been successful, but he could do other things, too. That he would like to do. So.
And I think he'd like to explore that a little bit. And I can't blame him there.
No, that's right.
If he's really not happy with what he's doing, I don't have a problem with him trying something new. I really don't. Not at this point.
Right. Well, there's somebody who squanders money, and they basically do, okay? They have a lot, and they do this through partying or throwing big times or show and tell type situations, and money is going to get tight for them this year. And they need to watch it, okay? Most of the people, when I talk about health-wise, even though you tell me I work in a nursing home with you, It's the financial situations that are in dire straits rather than the
I don't work directly with the patients. I work with the staff.
Yeah. So, in regard to that, it looks as though there's more people that are talking in that respect.
Yeah, I hear a lot of it. And that's why I'm there. So.
Remember, I told you it's a good time for you to get things into order. Don't expect them to all happen the way that you expect them to happen, okay? But it's a good time to work on these things. Things that you hear that you don't want to hear, but you're going to hear it whether you like it or not. So, if there is an automobile accident, somebody could get charged. I'm not talking drunken driving or drugs, okay? I'm talking somebody careless driving, running a red light, okay, or something like that. Your wish has to do with family, and your wish has to do with your husband. It's funny, you have a 94 too.
What's a 94?
Or a 49.
49, 94.
Having to do with him.
And that is...
Well, I just look for where they repeat themselves. You know. But if we talk about him being 45 now, and in 94, he probably will be 48, right? Or headed in that direction. Yeah. So that might be why we're... give you a clue.
So do you see that as like a time of crisis for him? Like midlife change?
In work.
In work, yeah,
in work.
Okay, and his 48 years. Should be another 3 years. Okay. That would make sense. Yeah.
While you're going out in the evening here, and there'll be 3 of you that go out, and you'll have a real good time. There should have been 5, but 2 don't show up. It doesn't make any difference, though. Things will be pretty good for that particular situation. This is a person who is, again, higher up. This is a person who talks a lot. I think Wayne Kennison talks a lot, or has a nice way about presenting things, but you're not always seeing the results that you expect when they're talking.
Okay.
So you have 2 people.
I can think of some. Yeah. Okay.
This year is a time for people that you know to die with cardiovascular. It's going to be that type of a year. So I guess accidents, things like that. And then there's a person that you know who doesn't like their job at all, but they're stuck in it. I think they've been there 7 years. They may have been there since 79, which would make it a lot more than 7 years. It's not a good time for that person to change yet. They're ready, they're thinking of it, they're at a point where they feel like they do anything rather than what I'm doing. I wouldn't if I were them. You might find that they're on the outside coming in. See, 49?
There's another one.
Yeah. Hard to believe as far as this goes. There's somebody who wants a car, and whoever this person is, they would be better off to wait until 1 year from now. But I know they're not going to. And that would be a young person. Now you have a new member coming into the family, don't you?
Oh, horrors.
Yeah, you do, though.
I do? Can you tell me anything about, must be a her?
Oh, there's a lot of... Somebody feels on top of the world in regard to it. Is there anybody who's living with someone?
College situation. That situation might be the one. That would be fine with me. The other one I was thinking of was just too soon and too, I don't know.
How old or when are their birthdays?
The other one, the college son, will be 21 in May. And I think she'll be the same. She's the same, only she was 21 in January. And that's fine. That's okay with me.
And how old is the other one?
18 and... No, I think she's older. She may be 20. 21.
Well, it doesn't look like you get this news yet, but sometime within the year. And when you do, then you're going to be, I feel just like you're opening right up the steam valves in that engine. You do a double take, but then you get right on with it. So that would be pretty good. Good. There's a conversation over the telephone that has to do with somebody who cannot understand anything. Oh boy, do you feel like you're dealing with a dump?
Oh boy.
It is a female.
It is what?
A female. And you're talking about money, and you're talking about long distance, and you're talking about success, and you feel like taking this person if you could get your hands on them, okay?
Is this a constant situation?
Well, I think it's more than once.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not
just a lack of understanding more than...
Right.
I mean, lack of understanding where I come from, I think, maybe that's the problem. A big gap there.
Right. I really feel as though that you know 6 to 8 people who have got financial difficulties. Okay?
Oh,
it feels
definitely.
as if it's one, every which way you turn, that's all they're talking about. Before it used to be, how are you? Well, I've been feeling poorly. Now it's, this economy, will it ever lift, and so forth and so on.
Yeah.
Health-wise, I would say that you have two. When I talk about this person in their 70s, I have no idea why. I would almost think that it wouldn't be someone where you work, because you wouldn't be that close to them. And the best thing I can say is they'll get better, but they won't get well. Okay.
Could this be a relative?
It could be.
An in-law, maybe? Okay.
Could be.
Yeah. That certainly would make sense.
Okay. There's a lot of expansion here having to do with marriage or unions, so there's something that's we're celebrating. You know a lady who wishes for bizarre things. How can she ever possibly do this? And so she sets herself up. You try to counsel her, you try to tell her to look for something smaller. But not her, okay? And she thoroughly believes that she can get these things.
Unrealistic.
Exactly. She also looks back at things and can remember them better than they were.
Yeah. Or worse, sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just sort of magnified all the way around.
Yeah. That's exactly what I want to look at, as if I'm looking at but a big magnifying glass. And what I got was as if there was a thing where we could take this and we could hold it up and it's a piece of wire, but it's off on one end, so it's unbalanced. This is an unbalanced situation. I got to her.
Yeah. She's the kind of person you just need to calm down and try to get her to think a little more clearly and just slow down a little bit and also take a little bit less of a defensive attitude toward everything. Try to look at it as it is and not as you think it's going to be.
You have 2 new acquaintances that will mean more if they're business acquaintances than just business acquaintances. You have a place where you'll go. I don't know whether it'll be on a bus or in a van. I know it's in the summertime, but early part of the summer. And I feel like there's a picnic outside. That's nice. Feel real good in regard to that.
Picnic could happen in a van.
Talked about the car, I talked about the relative. Talked about travel. So where's your husband going?
Travel. He's going to Germany.
Okay.
He's with the Air Force. And they're going to Germany this summer. Now, it's funny, I considered flying over there this summer, too, but I don't know. That isn't really it doesn't seem quite logical to me to do that at this point. So I don't know whether that's what you're seeing, or Toronto is always
I told you,
back
it's different money.
So it could be either Germany or
That's right.
Canada.
Yeah.
But out of the country.
That's right.
Yeah. Could be either one. I could be anywhere. I'll go anywhere. I don't care. The opportunity's there. I'll do it.
Right.
Yeah. Time-wise, I'm not sure I have enough time to go to Germany. It would be just a short trip.
And enjoy it. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would really work.
Right. Okay, what have you got for questions?
I guess I'm still curious about a move. We talk about moving a lot, and I'm always curious about it, but we're getting to the point where we really could make a decision this way soon, as the retirement and all that come together.
93, though.
93?
Okay, here's your house card, and part of it is because of the kids, the relatives, or whatever. You like your house. You do feel as though that you need to make a change. The kids, but on the other hand, you're saying to yourself now, they've gotten older or gotten up or whatever, and so I don't really have to worry about that at this point in time. And I know you're contemplating it now. Okay, and you have been since 91, basically. Okay, but when I see this happening, it would be in 93.
Well, it's only a year away.
That's right. That's right.
Yep, that would make sense.
And that year creeps right up, you know.
I know. Do you see anything about the house that I've already picked out? I've already seen a house, and I know that's where I want to be. It's not here, and it's away.
No, because, see, it's too far. What makes you... See, that's probably what your 49 means. Basically, turning it around, having to do with 94. 94.
94.
Okay. And eliminating the face cards, because you always can. Those are just people that are around you at that time. So that's why I would say that.
Well, that would certainly seem like the big thing in my life right now. I mean, I spend a lot of time thinking about that. So.
Now, your financial situations look all right. I'm talking about your own. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not talking about...
big improvement.
Yeah. I'm not talking about your other...
The people around me.
Yeah.
And all that. No, and the work is fine, and I'm getting paid well for what I'm doing, so my frustrations are certainly balanced about, because it's changed the whole financial picture for us, which is nice, feels good. So, I'm not complaining that way. I just see the job as probably short-term, and then I'm going to have to think beyond that, and that's where a lot of the moving comes in, because I really feel that I'd like to work in a different area.
Right. But we would be talking out of state, my dear, when you talk about movement.
No, I hadn't.
Yeah. I know you hadn't, okay. But I'm saying that we will be.
Guess it isn't the house I picture then.
Yeah.
Well, it could be over the line, I guess. Yeah, we've talked about that. I picture myself in Portsmouth or that area, though. On the coast.
Where do you live now?
Right here in town.
Do you have anything to do with... I know Jim Harrison's name is Harrison, but I kept getting with you Harrison. But I'm not talking Harrison, I'm talking a town. So I'm guessing that I'm talking Harrisville. You don't have anything to do with anybody there?
So more of a connection to Harrison.
Okay.
And here in this town at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. But it wouldn't have anything to do with a move.
No.
I don't think, or any...
No. I got this more than once. Yeah. I got this more than once today.
Yeah, definitely things I would like to say to him next time I see him. And I will. So that could be. He probably doesn't want to see me.
I was just trying to think why. Okay, well, neither of them go below the line, so I guess it could be either one. Harassment? Isn't anything that might...
No.
Okay.
No. I'd say Harrison was closer.
All right.
Yeah. Unless I'm doing the harassing.
Well, see, I'm sure that I know when I see you, you make enough impact on me that I have seen you again. Now, people will say to me, well, I was here. I was here in February. Okay.
Yeah.
And well, they may have been.
Right.
But I always recognize you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I've been coming here for a long time.
But I
think it's
haven't
been a year since
been.
I've been here, though.
Yeah.
I think I missed you in October, which is when I usually show up. So it's been a while. Just about a year ago.
Well, maybe what you have to do is clear the air in regard to...
Yeah.
I kept getting like...
Still see Harris, though?
Yeah. Specks of dust.
Specks of dust?
Yeah. All I can think of is back when the freight trains used to go through, or any train, when they were steam, and they had the coal cars behind them. Now, if you lived near that, you used to get those little specks of, what do you call it? They weren't really cinders. They were cinders, but I mean...
Bigger than dust particles?
Yeah.
Heavier?
Yeah. And so I have no idea, but I get that, and they kept getting Harris. And I picked it up as Harrisville.
I don't know. That'll be interesting to see.
Right.
What develops there? I don't know. I don't think I even know anyone who lives in Harrisville.
Oh, sure. I want 3. Let's see what you're going to work on first. Or what you should. Well, that has to do with relatives and friends. It's also choices. That's your wish aspect, your longevity wish aspect. And something that's going to make you feel very good. It will bring tears to your eyes, but they're not tears of sadness, okay? Upside down to me. Upside down to you means right side up to me when I read this. Okay? The way you placed it. There's somebody who doesn't want you to make your change. There's somebody who, no, let's not talk about that, or this won't happen. Okay? And you're going to have to work long and hard in regard to this to get them to change their mind. All right?
Oh, sure.
But I'm sure that
would be a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah. No doubt about it. Well, letting go. You know, it's all in letting go. And
that's right.
Oof. Not easy.
No, not at all.
And the older they get, the tougher it is. You know, just very set and very secure. And I'm one who loves to just take a risk now and then. And just kind of throw it all out there.
Right.
And I don't think it goes over real well. Hard thing for that person, if that's what I'm to deal with.
Okay, my dear. Do you have any other questions?
See me working until the end of September or the end of December?
September.
Oh. Okay. I have a son who's going in the Marine Corps in June. Do you see that as happening and going all right for him?
Fine.
Great. Good.
Fine.
Get his heart set on it. There is a movie that's being made. Do you see this coming about? And will I have any part in it? Not a physical part, but any role to play around it.
What's it involve?
Part of my life story. And there is a character, as I understand it, an actress has been hired to play me. But I'm just wondering if I'll get asked to do anything about it. You know, just to consult or have anything to say about it.
That would be fine. I don't know whether you'll actually see this high potential that you could have that, because this is big.
It is big. It's certainly the biggest thing that's happening, I guess.
That's real big.
But it's so distant from me at this point. You know, it's not having a real direct impact, and I just don't know if I'll get any closer to the situation. That's all.
You could. You could.
Now, that's going to be filmed in Canada.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So that may be where your money is.
Where I go. Yeah.
And would you get paid for it?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't see it, and I don't expect to. So,
okay.
You know, that's it. I don't see it as a job. It's just something I'd like to. I'd love to have. Some connection to it.
Oh, sure. That hasn't paid.
Different.
Oh, I've been hearing a lot about movies.
Have you? Well, I hope they improve. I've seen more junk lately.
Yeah, not the movies. That I'm talking about. The people made. I have one out there. She brought me from. I keep wanting to call it Rough Rock. It's out in the Southwest. Different Indian tribes. I can't think of what they were. I was impressed by it. She made it, and I had my daughter watch it, and she said to me, she says, that ought to be shown in every school. So, pretty good, I think.
Wonderful history in the Southwest that's never really been told as it was, I think.
Oh, no, not at all.
So many white men's perspectives that we've listened to.
Is your job short-term?
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's a one-year grant that got started late, so I may not even go beyond the end of September. We've applied for an extension until December, but we haven't. It's one of those things that sounded great on the phone, but we haven't heard anything. So,
but then you might not get it until you get to the very end.
Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't be terribly disappointed for my sake, because I'm ready to move on and do other things.
Try something else.
I'm sorry for the people who've gotten started in something and may not have a chance to finish.
Right.
That's all. So I would stay, you know, on that account. But I don't know. I just see doors opening on the coast. I just feel like there's something else there that I want to get into. And I don't know. 94 seems like a long time away for me, but but I want to do it. Will I write a book?
Well, you should.
I should.
You know you should.
I don't know what about
your head is very busy. Okay, there's a lot of things that you can look at and you can see potential in them. Okay, what you could do. So why not? What's the film about?
Try it. Oh, it's about a controversy, and it's kind of one of these triumph over hard times stories. It's a good story. And it's about standing up for what you believe. You know, so I think that'll be good. I don't have any doubt about that. I don't think that'll take me anywhere. I don't expect that to.
No, I understand that.
My role wasn't significant to the point where it would change my life. I don't know. I couldn't even begin to tell you what it is. I don't think it's classroom work. I think it's around education, but it's not classroom work that I'm going to do. I don't know. Maybe the university.
Could be.
That's a big draw for me, that area.
Well, you're not so far that you couldn't do the, even Orono, the law,
University of Maine. Yeah, you said it would be out of state. Sure. I like Portland.
Yeah.
Nice area.
Yeah, and it's right at the back door, practically. So could be.
Could be.
Easily.
Do I have any spirits around me right now?
Everybody has spirits.
I know you told me about one at one time who was right there, and I just wondered if...
My impression that I was
close.
getting the name Harrison, Harrisville, or whatever came definitely through spirit, not through the cards. Are there two other people involved with this besides yourself? Why am I getting a 3 in regard to it?
Because it's not directly involving me, but it was a difficult situation that I felt was created by two people.
Okay.
Two other people.
So there's your 3.
But what I have to say to both people.
Right.
But Harrison has never been anyone I respect in any right way, and this just finishes it for me. You know.
Right.
And I want to tell him.
Okay.
I won't feel good about it until I tell him.
Well, see, I think somebody from spirit feels the same way.
Probably.
Okay.
Yep.
Because it was almost as if they kept talking about this while I was... And especially when I was talking about your husband, okay, they were just sort of throwing this out at me.
Yeah. Doesn't directly affect my husband, although we were all deeply affected by the situation. His reaction to it is probably a lot more forgiving than mine is, and that could be, a tough thing. I mean, I would like him to say what I would like to say, too, but I don't think he ever would.
Right.
He's not one, and he's one to just kind of go over the top of it, and everything's back to normal. But it isn't for me.
No, you have to say what you have to say.
Yeah.
Get it off your
Lots of respect there, and I've just got to say it.
Right.
So, I don't know. If that's it. I may be driving through Harrisville someday and find out something else.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But I got the most prominent in regard to that situation, having to do with spirit. So I think what they're is a little bit unrestful because it hasn't been done. It hasn't been accomplished.
Maybe encouraging me to deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knowing that it's eating action.
Yeah. No doubt. Bad situation.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a couple of questions. My sister has lost another ring, and this is the second time it's happened. The first time, she suspected it was taken, and it wasn't. She had found it eventually. Now there's another one missing.
She's sure it wasn't taken and then returned?
Well, it was in a very strange place to be returned, and kind of hidden up under the jewelry box, and only her little daughter could reach up wherever it was and get it. So I don't know. She never knew what the situation was. It was gone for 3 years. And then she had a ring given to her recently, very sentimental value, I guess. It was in a box, and she opened the box the other day, and it wasn't there.
She's got somebody who is playing with her jewelry from the spirit level. If it's not somebody taking it, and they do take things like that.
She's had a lot of funny little incidents in her house, even that I would consider spirit activity.
Right.
So that was my first thought. When
she needs to address this, and if she has an idea who it is, tell them to bring it back. She wants it now.
Yeah.
Not 3 years from now.
Okay, well, she has lots of things going on around her, and it's not of this world. Very interesting things. So, okay, well, I'll tell her to have a good talk with whoever it is. Yeah.
And mean it when she says it.
Yeah.
Like,
have it come
and
back.
then she'll be surprised if it comes back.
Okay. Oh, and the other one is I'm going to visit a friend after I leave here, and that friend's husband has been laid up for over a year now, to the point of being incapacitated, can't work, can't do anything, terrible pain. Do you see any end of this situation coming for him?
How old is he?
I would say he's probably 45 or older. Just kind of messed up his life at this point. It was an accident that just created this situation, and he hasn't been able to come out from under it. And I guess I feel for him because I was in the same situation a year ago, and I came out of it. And now he's still, has had surgery twice and everything, and just hasn't done anything.
And this is his back?
Yeah. And I don't know. I want to be able to tell him somehow that it's going to get better, but the longer this goes on, my relief was immediate, and I just can't imagine what's happening to him mentally.
Well, I wonder what the forces are around him that made him...
Yeah.
Makes it still stay that way.
I know. I took him a book. I delivered a book to him today called Mind Over Back Pain, that I thought, well, maybe there's another avenue that he hasn't really dealt with there. If this pain continues and there's nothing structurally that they can find wrong.
What did you have on for a coat?
Kind of a blue-green jacket in the other room with a hot pink collar.
Tweed?
No. Why, do you see tweed?
Yeah.
On me?
No. When you waved at me out here, I could have sworn that you had on a tweed jacket.
Oh, my goodness.
And a green, hunter green hat with a great big feather sticking out of it.
Oh, my goodness.
So as I've been sitting here, I keep thinking to myself, why would she have on this? I mean, the hat and the jacket
wear hats.
match.
They match.
Yeah, I mean, the tweed had a little bit of that green in it, not a whole lot. Okay, very handsome.
I can picture what you mean, exactly, but I have
the hat that you had on has one of these great big, it's a beautiful green.
Yeah.
And then
a rich green.
Right. And then you had this, looks like a pheasant feather tail in it.
With lots of,
right,
like iridescent colors in it.
Yeah.
I can picture it just like you can.
And
but I don't own anything like that.
I'm
and I don't know
here,
anybody who wears
and I keep saying to myself, I wonder why she has this bright blue under that.
Yeah, it wouldn't go.
No.
That's interesting. No, I had just a blue-green kind of a ski jacket. Only it's just a shell.
I know.
And no hat.
I know it.
That's interesting. I like that.
Yeah.
Because that has to be like someone else or someone I'm going to become or...
Right.
When you talk about that, I think of the English countryside somehow. And I read a lot about that kind of thing. I'm fascinated. Rosamund Pilcher just wrote a book called September about Scotland. That was to me, very close to me, and I don't know why.
Right.
I don't have a lot of Scottish ancestry or anything, a little bit. But I'm very drawn to that. England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland.
But you see, you may have had in another lifetime.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Right. Anya Seton's Green Darkness. Have you ever read that book? Now that makes all the sense in the world to me. That kind of thing that I think is there, it exists. Not a whole lot of people believe that.
That's right. It's true.
Well, I wish I had a hat with a feather.
Why not? And so you're saying to me, see, I thought sure it was modern day dress. I don't believe that this was spirit that was presenting itself out there. You asked me about spirit.
Right.
And
I'm interested.
And that's what I was really picking up in regard to this.
Is that out?
I know I waved to you.
Yeah.
And
you came to the window and I waved.
And it was almost as if I was called to the window, and I waved to you, but I didn't realize it was you until you walked through the door with me.
Just now.
Yeah.
That's interesting, because I never see you come to the window
No, I
either,
never do.
and I thought, well, that's different. Because,
Yeah.
But then it's
I
not
never do.
usually this time of day that I come here,
Mhm.
so, you know, that the only other time I came in the daytime was a year ago, and you were outside gathering daffodils or something. I remember that. So it kind of struck me as unusual, and I waved. I think I wanted you to know that this was the other person I called about.
A lot of times, people will say to me, I'll mention a car. They say, yeah, well, that's my car. And I'll say, well, I don't know because I'm sitting here and I can't actually see what kind of a car
who drives up in what,
in what, or whatever. But
I have never seen you come to the window.
No, I don't.
Huh, could you have been someone else waving at me?
Oh, sure.
Oh, sure. Huh. I don't know. I just got this very welcoming kind of, okay, I know you're here, it's all right.
I know it.
Interesting. And I had on a whole different outfit.
Yes, you did.
It's great.
And I thought to myself, she's talking about this. I don't know what to tell you about your friend with his help. I really don't.
I wish I could. I keep feeling that when I talk to him, and it isn't often, but when I call my friends and he answers the phone and I always say, how are you, which I hate to do anyway, but I feel as though there's something I could tell him. And it hasn't come forward yet that's going to help, you know, like there's some phrase or some kind of avenue that he hasn't tried yet that's going to clear it up for him.
I hope so, because that must be aggravating.
For both of them, and there's one of those situations where finances are terrible, and a up-and-coming couple who, you know, just could do so well if they only had their help. So, it's sad to me.
I know it.
I hate to see it, and I just, where there's no end in sight, it's scary.
Well, maybe you're going to Canada.
I'd like to. I think that's what I'm thinking. I'd like to go. That's where I want to be, because I would love to see this whole thing put together. I'm fascinated, you know, by even how they begin and how do they write a script around a character they haven't even met, and hire somebody to play that person, you know, and those two may never meet.
Right.
I can't get over it. You know, I think, God, they've got to know me somehow a little bit, or it's not even going to be me up there.
That's right. Well, I think that's why people have so much difficulty with, or such a difficult time with, you know, people not following by the book. So, really nice.
Yeah, and I guess it's a little bit beyond your immediate influence, and that's a little scary.
Yeah, right.
I just like to be there somehow. I know.
You still had dark hair.
I had dark hair? Yeah. See, now this is different. I've gone a little darker than I usually go.
Right.
So that gives me a different... This is really more like I used to be anyway. Even though it's gotten lighter and lighter over the years, it's not really... I'm not a blonde.
Right.
So that could change things. And you're very purple today to me. Very lavender and the sweat, but your glasses and everything are
really?
Very,
out there you had darker hair though. See?
I did.
Yeah. It wasn't black.
No,
but it was
just a real brunette, real deep. I can picture exactly what
Well, it's so funny because a lot of times when I'm reading for a person, and I can think of one, I will get the impression that this is not the same person that walked through the door. If I could only find someone who could manufacture, or invent, I should say, a camera to see things that are not, you know, Trillian did it with photography, but of course there's all these different lenses and stuff.
Wouldn't that be interesting? To just photograph or make an imprint of what isn't, what we don't see. Wow.
Well, I've thrown it out to Hallmark, but they don't do anything.
They don't do anything, huh?
No. That's crazy. You know.
Yeah. Boy, that could happen.
I know it. Prove a lot of things.
Boy, it sure would, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
There go the skeptics out the window.
Yeah.
Living proof.